Parents, stop doing this with your toddlers. It may look harmless, but it is actually delaying their growth and development. Number 1, speaking like your toddler, wanting to sound like them. When they say words like ga ga ga, boo boo boo, and you also repeat. Yeah, it could be fun if it is just a play, but what I mean, if they are trying to pronounce words and they pronounce them wrongly and you are repeating them, you're trying to speak like them. My toddler says oh as open when he wants me to open the door. When he wants water, he says ta as water. So if I pronounce ta the way he's pronouncing it, I'm literally going to confuse him. Remember, toddlers are learning from you. So when you say ta, you're literally pronouncing a different word. For them, they hear you saying water and they think they're pronouncing water as well. So when you start speaking like them, repeating the words they say, you're not teaching them, you are confusing them. If you don't model the right words, their speech development slows down. Number 2, imitating their emotions instead of guiding them. Imagine your baby is communicating, especially crying. Babies cry to communicate. So imagine they are communicating through crying and you're imitating them. They are probably telling you, I have a stomachache. They are probably telling you, I fell somewhere, I hit my toe. They are crying. You don't know what they are trying to communicate. And then you're imitating them. When they cry, you're also doing, It is so annoying. Just even think about it as an adult. I see people doing it and I really don't like it because it affects, they get angry. Imagine as an adult, you are communicating your emotions. Let me go to couples. You're communicating your emotions to your partner and they start repeating like what you're saying. I usually look at it in that way. You really get more angry. So when you copy them, you are not teaching them how to regulate their emotions. Toddlers don't need imitation, they need guidance. So what do? Calm them down, name their feelings, and help them understand. Okay? You can hug them, tell them it's okay. They know, you may think they don't know, but they know when you tell them I love you, they know when they sense the emotions around them. When you're empathetic, they know. Yeah. Number 3, ignoring their communication. Yes, when toddlers cry, point, or pull you, they are communicating. So when you constantly ignore what they are telling you, they are going to feel unheard. Yeah, they'll feel unheard, and this affects their emotional security. So what do? Respond, engage, and connect. Number 4, overstimulating them with constant play. Overstimulating them with constant play. I didn't say play is wrong. I said overstimulating them with constant play. Not all play should be directed. I want you people to get all this. Yeah, it's good to buy them toys, have all those things around you and you're telling them do this, but allow them to have natural play as well. Okay? When toddlers don't get time to explore on their own, you are limiting their creativity and independence. Let them have unstructured play. Let them have a quiet play without you interrupting. Number 5, using screens to calm them down. This one here is a big one. It's a very big one. Many parents use TVs and phones when their toddlers cry, just to help them calm down. This really works. It works. The child is crying, they are throwing tantrums, you bring the TV, you switch on cartoon, and they keep quiet. It works. But the truth is, you are interrupting their brain development. I'll repeat this. You are interrupting their brain development. Toddlers need to learn how to process their emotions, calm themselves, and understand their feelings. When you replace that with screens, the part of the brain development that is responsible for emotional regulation is not used. So what happens if something is not used? If you learned a skill and you've not used it, it might die. If you learn a language and you don't speak it with someone, you might forget it. So the same with the brain. If it's not used, it does not grow. Because even if you have a skill, you've learned a skill, you have to use it, you have to utilize it, exercise it for it to grow, and one day you're perfect. You cannot stay the same. The same with the brain development. You have to use that part of the brain. I don't know if you've noticed when your child is constantly watching cartoon, they are unable to control their emotions. They are angry, the tantrums increase. I've seen that happen with my baby. So I'm not just talking from what I've learned, but from experience as well. Yeah, and now I am limiting it so much. So I've seen many parents turn on cartoons when the child cries. Yes, they become quiet, but they are not learning how to process the emotions. That's why many toddlers struggle with tantrums, emotional control, frustration. They were never guided through those emotions. Yeah. So how the brain works. When a child cries, yes, it's okay to cry. They are communicating something. Their emotions are high and all that. They are probably not happy about something, or they want something and they're not getting it. When they cry, or when they throw a tantrum, you need to let them process that. You need to let them process the emotions, and then learn how to regulate them naturally without you putting something for them to stimulate them and make them forget, because they are going to grow into adults who struggle with managing emotions. You've seen people who hit walls and bleed. You've seen people who throw glasses. You've seen people get so angry and they're unable to control it. They push everyone away. So it starts right from there. When they cry, it's okay to cry. They're probably communicating. They want to follow the mother. Let them go through it. My toddler used to throw himself down when he's angry. He would go and hit the head, and then he looks at me, and then he cries and cries and cries. I would let him go through it. I would let him go through it. Sometimes I would not even run, because when he does that and you give him too much attention, he's gonna do it the more. You need to know when they are genuinely communicating through crying, and you need to know when they are doing it to get your attention. When you give them the attention, they will do it the more. You get? So we would leave him there. He does whatever he wants to do. He cries, he kicks the legs, and then after he calms down, gets up even himself. The more I was doing it, when he would do that, I'm like, hey, don't do that. Hey, come. He did it the more. He knew that now this is the trick I have to use. So I started now leaving him. He does that, he throws himself down, I leave him. He hits his head down, he's going to know that it pains, and he's not going to get my attention. So let them go through that process, not the cartoon. Okay? Yeah.